The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What it do, everybody? This your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. We live, man, live, to another episode of the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. Yes, you guys, we live here on Facebook and YouTube. We're gonna wait till everyone joining us in the chat and everything. And also, I'm not joined alone, man. As you see in the intro, this is a live edition of Talk Pro Wrestling, you guys. Yes, and not only is a live edition of Talk Pro Wrestling, this episode is the Commission Talks episode, you guys. So joining me on this awesome episode, as it's going to be, Eric the Joker. He's the host of the Wrestling Asylum, starring Eric the Joker. And also, I have Buzzing with Marlowe. Warren Marlowe is going to be joining me in just a bit. He's the host of Buzzing with Marlowe. Just make sure I said that right. But yes, man, this week here on a live episode of Talk Pro Wrestling, we're going to be talking about everything trending that's going down in the world of professional wrestling. We're going to be talking about the road to WrestleMania, the Cody and Paul Heyman promo, and also Sami Zayn, man. It's a big thing going on in WWE. But if you're joining me on Facebook, definitely smash the like button. Follow the 1130 podcast on Facebook. And definitely, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Yes, man. Subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and tell a friend about the 1130 podcast. But we ain't going to waste no more time, man. We're going to get into it. My guy, Eric the Joker, he's one of my guys from Commission Talks. He's joining me right now. Eric, what's going on, my guy?
What's up, everybody? The Joker. I'm doing good, more than I deserve, blessed, all those things. I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done it already, hit the like, share, subscribe button. Stay informed. I'm also part of the OTTR Pod Mob. You can catch every Friday night, 11:15, right after Rampage. Shout out to the man of the 1130 podcast, Mr. Dre himself. Don't you miss anything we give you. Also, in a little bit, Buzzing with host Warren Marlowe is going to join us. If you ain't listening and you ain't showing the love, you wander into my asylum, I might have to put you in the electric chair. I don't know about that. That being said, Dre, where do you want to kick it off, brother?
Hey, man, we're going to kick it off with obviously the hottest superstar right now in WWE. It was a video that was going around on social media over the weekend, and I was like, yo, man, I got to talk about this on the podcast and get some of the guys' thoughts and opinions. And I also chatted about this a little bit on Talk Pro Wrestling last week with Mark, the host of Jumping the Rail podcast, and my guy Brian B, the host of the Beeline Entertainment. But we're gonna waste no time. We're gonna get into this first video, and we're gonna get to some comments, and we're gonna dive into it. All right, let's go.
Sami Zayn is a problem for the WWE. Let me explain. Currently, the hottest, most popular WWE superstar on the roster is, without a single shadow of a doubt, Sami Zayn. However, right now, every indication that we're getting from the WWE is that Sami Zayn will not be headlining WrestleMania to face Roman Reigns for the undisputed titles. That slot seems to be tightly held by the also very popular Cody Rhodes. Now to unpack where the problem lies. It's been confirmed that we're finally going to get the final chapter of this amazing Bloodline and Sami Zayn storyline at Elimination Chamber when Sami Zayn takes on Roman Reigns for the undisputed titles. And don't forget that is happening in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Sami Zayn's hometown. The crowd reaction for Sami Zayn is going to be astronomical. I'm guaranteeing a crowd reaction the likes that we haven't seen since Money in the Bank in 2011. And that's great that we're going to be getting Sami versus Roman, but if we are going to be getting Sami versus Cody at WrestleMania, then that means Sami's going to lose. And to the WWE, all I have to say is good luck. Because we've seen time and time again when career underdogs, the likes of Daniel Bryan or Kofi Kingston, rise to white hot levels of popularity near WrestleMania season, a loss does nothing but turn the crowd demand for that superstar from white hot into absolutely nuclear. All they're gonna want is Sami versus Roman at WrestleMania. And if Sami loses, there's a very good chance that the first thing that happens is that the fans show their displeasure for not getting Sami Zayn at WrestleMania by turning on the guy who is meant for that spot, Cody Rhodes. Literally the exact same thing happened to Batista. He was a returning legend that by all accounts was absolutely beloved by the fans, but instantly became the most hated person on the roster simply because his name wasn't Daniel Bryan. And I genuinely do fear that this is going to happen to Cody Rhodes, and I don't know if there's anything that could prevent this from happening. That being said, Triple H has earned all of my trust when it comes to booking decisions at this point, so I'm willing to just see where the ship goes. But I am concerned that this inevitable fireball caused by negative fan reaction is going to force the WWE to completely change their plans or risk having Cody Rhodes get booed out of the building at WrestleMania. Because frankly, when compared to the story told over the last 8 months between Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns, a story between Cody and Roman could very well feel undercooked in comparison. It's a tough situation to be in, whether you're the WWE or Cody Rhodes. I don't know how they're going to solve this, but good luck. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave it a like, a comment, follow this page, and make sure to check the link in bio to watch my daily streams.
All right. Eric, huge, maybe concerns.
I saw this
for Sami Zayn. Huge, push coming in WWE. Farley push from the fans though. But before I ask you that, also you guys joining us here on Commission Talks, as I was just saying, the host of Buzzing
What up, boss?
my guy
late,
Warren Marlowe.
I gotta say this, man, Dre. I'm glad you're in it.
Hey man, I'm excited. I'm excited though. I was just playing the video. I don't know if you caught it, but I think you came in just a little bit late. Where the video basically was will Sami Zayn cause WWE a huge problem? We all seen this a couple of years back in 2014 where Batista won the Royal Rumble and everybody was red hot for Daniel Bryan. Same thing goes with it was another person. I think it was Daniel. Everybody wanted Daniel Bryan to win, but everybody was Batista won. But the main question is, I'm gonna start with Eric since I was asking him, how do you feel about this, and do you think this will cause a problem for WWE if Sami Zayn do lose?
Okay, where do I begin? First of all, I'm going to say this. Batista, you're trash. You're shit. You sucked. You sucked in your initial run. You sucked when you came back. You did one of these just to come back. That's number one. Two, I don't think WWE is in a box situation with Sami Zayn. That came organically, just like Bryan Danielson. Here's the issue that you have. You had to pivot when Cody went down with the torn pectoral. There is the difference. Cody came back, won the Rumble at number 30. We all know that. What will happen is Roman is going to lose to Cody. They've already put that there. You are not going to bring back somebody who helped start a revolution in pro wrestling, who came back because he had unfinished business. You got to a quarter of the story in, then the story took a turn at Albuquerque. Shout out to Bugs Bunny. If you know
Go.
Okay? And the point is,
Play with her over there.
And you pivoted. So now you're in a situation where you have two baby faces in Roman's path. That is perfect for Roman, because if you have Roman lose to Sami, you're going to do damage at WrestleMania. But here's the catch-22. If you screw Cody, you will have a full-scale riot. You are going to have fans shredding the old man on Hunter on social media. You are going to watch as you've pissed somebody with a lot of momentum since he's back. I would not have Cody or Roman touch, period. Have them go back and forth on the mic till Mania. That is when they touch. That's it. I don't want to see a spear. I don't want to see a crossroad. I don't want them to touch. I want promo. Build that shit verbally. I want the mind games. That's what needs to happen. As far as I am concerned, plain and simple, this will not do any harm to Sami, because now what you have is you have a unique opportunity. What happened at the Rumble? Let's recap that. He stabbed Roman in the back, and Jay walked out. Why? Go back further. We're going to go to the pandemic era. If y'all remember, Hell in the Cell a couple years ago, as the bloodline was beginning to grow, the Usos were having their shit with Roman. What happened? You had one of the Usos challenge Roman inside the cell. It took Jay to get and save everything. So guess what? That's exactly what you did. Here's the kicker. All of it came for a circle. PTSD inside Jay's head. That's what Jimmy didn't realize. You now have a unique opportunity. You just opened the book. Now, mind you, if on a fluke Sami wins, then there is something else as far as Roman's health that we don't know. Yes, you're going to be in Quebec. You're going to be in Montreal, Canada. Yes, the Bell Center, hometown advantage. But we have seen matches where champions are at home, they end up losing. If I'm a betting man, here's how I see this all playing out. The Usos don't have opponent yet for Mania. I think revenge, Sami and KO versus the Usos. That's right. Inside the chain. I'm going to say this. You have Cody on the trajectory. It has to be Cody. You do not do what they did to Nakamura. You can't.
Okay.
Not let that happen, or Cody's going to go F this and go right back home. You know where that is, folks. And it's going to send a message to the WWE. Hunter shit the bed. I got brought back for nothing. Fuck this. I'm gone. That is what I'm calling now. It has to be Cody. You can't. If you want to have Sami face Cody at Mania because of something that we're not aware of with Roman, I'm fine with that. But Cody's been having this story since his return. The torn pectoral was the curveball. Now he's back. You have to finish that story. If you don't, you spit in the face of the talent, but you spit in the face of the fans, and that isn't going to fly. And if I'm a businessman, I'm not going to do that. I'll throw curveballs, but I'm not going to throw that one.
Okay. I hear you. Warren, what's your thoughts?
Y'all ready for this? All right. First off, Sami, yes, he's doing great. It's a great run. Like I even say with what Michael Cole said, man, this is a Grammy-nominated storyline. What they've done personally, it's been one of the best storylines that they've done in the last 20 years. I've honestly said it. It's one of the best storylines. The Bloodline has been one of the best factions that has been presented in so long. Everyone's had an impact, but I feel like we're talking about Mania and stuff like that. I feel like, if KO is there, yes, KO and Sami. I was sitting there thinking the same thing about Sami Zayn regarding the Daniel Bryan story, but here's the difference on this scenario is fans are behind Cody. Fans love Cody. They didn't care for Batista when he came back. Batista got a pop when he first came out, and then after he went to SmackDown and said, what happened to this company? It just went all downhill. Like, they knew where that presentation was going regardless. But the biggest thing is, if anybody didn't realize, what WrestleMania was supposed to happen, if Rock would have been facing Roman, they were presenting a new title that was going to be the title that Cody won, but he was going to face Drew and Seth at WrestleMania night 1. And obviously night 2 would have been Rock and Roman. But it's hard to say. I love what the storylines is. And, the dirt sheets, like the pin out every little thing, what Cody said. Oh, he said The Rock ain't needed in this. No. Rock, as good as Rock is, and I feel like Rock would agree to this, the storylines right now are monumental. The biggest thing about, I just watched WrestleMania 21 just recently. The biggest thing about WrestleMania 21 compared to anybody was you had newer main eventers presented on the big stage. You had Batista, you had John Cena, and that was the 2 declarations of saying, hey, we're away from the Rock and Austin era. And I feel like this is what's about to happen this go around. I feel like this is the new era. I'm telling everybody now, I feel like Cody Rhodes is on a damn John Cena milestone type look right now. Promo-wise, is the most impactful promos that you could tell right now. I've said this from day one. The promos for Roman's match with Cody is going to make Cody be the number 1 dance partner for Roman, period. The stuff that he did with Paul Heyman, he made Paul Heyman cry on national TV. That was not a work, guys. That was a straight up emotional feeling that you got with that. And then that final sentence.
If it wasn't you saying what you were saying, I would have asked you, are you sure? Because Paul Heyman, man, he could make anything believable.
I agree with you on that. But
it was awesome.
But where Paul, and this is where Paul started getting his strings back when he said, Dusty always said Cody was his favorite, but Roman is the son he always wanted. Storyline reverse wise, Dusty always wanted Seth Rollins to be his son. So I love that impact of what they did to bring that transition into it. It makes that match even more remarkable. I agree what Eric said. Do not have these guys touch at all. I feel like this Elimination Chamber match is going to be that to transition to see what's going to happen with Jay in the mix of all this scenario. I would do if KO needs a break or whatever, because this dude has been killing it this year. Obviously the payoff could be him and Sami winning that Mania, or what they've been teasing on house shows right now is Jimmy and Solo defending the tag team titles, and Jay and Sami face them for the tag team titles at WrestleMania. That could be an interesting swerve as well. But we know how Elimination Chamber is going to be. I feel like Jay's going to turn on Sami, and that's how Sami's going to lose that Elimination Chamber. But no, I've seen numerous things, and there was another comparison I used to think. I know I'm going all over the place, but the comparison that I thought at first was Eddie Guerrero versus Brock Lesnar. If anybody doesn't remember that transition, Eddie had helped to beat Brock Lesnar by Goldberg. What if Jey Uso helped Sami beat Roman at Elimination Chamber? That could be a possibility. That I would okay with, because now you can find a way to split up the belts, figure out what transition that you need to do for night 1 and 2. That could bring a whole new storyline, and maybe have Sami win it for a little bit and then lose it on a Raw or a SmackDown. But honestly, I don't see the impact of what Sami's doing, and Sami said it on the interview before. There's a difference from being a champion and carrying it for a while than being the face of a business, a company. Cody is the guy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm saying it numerous times. Cody is the damn guy right now. Completely, he is your new John Cena. People can like it or love it. Sami Zayn is a great guy.
He's not the new John Cena. He's the first Cody Rhodes. Rhea Ripley.
He's the first Cody Rhodes, but what I'm saying is, but that milestone look.
I agree. It's right there. He's on the cusp.
I agree. I agree with both of you guys saying though. Cody Rhodes is the next guy though. Before what happened on Monday Night Raw between Cody and Paul Heyman, the big question for me, for Cody Rhodes going up into WrestleMania is, will this story that he have with Roman Reigns, will it be strong enough to kind of like I don't want to say get him there because both of their personalities it's itself with them two going
Mhm.
up against each other would definitely get him there. But I think the story with Sami Zayn and the whole bloodline chaos was so it has been so good and been so epic to now have Cody Rhodes now win the
Like a
Royal
swerve.
Rumble. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, but then you got Cody winning the Rumble, and now he's kind of like he's inserted into this position, even though this was already planned for him though. And the fans are red freaking hot, and you guys made a big point that the difference was the fans didn't want Batista winning the Royal Rumble back in 2014. They didn't want him there, and we got Cody Rhodes, and he won the Royal Rumble, and he's going to go
Poor,
on to the
poor
main
Ray.
event.
Poor
But the thing was I was saying is it sort of going to backlash with WWE with the whole rise. Now, yeah, you could stick Sami Zayn in this tag team title match, which I'm pretty sure they're going to go with though. But and they also gave Sami the matchup that was culminating the story though. But that's how I feel with this one though. But like I said though, until Monday,
That's the
that's
payoff he
how I felt.
wanted, though. That's really what
Yes.
Sammy wanted. He wanted the payoff to win the tag team titles. Like he's even said it. Like, yes, it'd be cool to win that title, and he said he could defend it for like 6 months or something like that. Go to show, whatever, present it. But he could not be the face of that company. The person to dethrone Roman has to be the next ambassador of WWE. Has to be that next visual face that you can see on lunch boxes, you can see on T-shirts, you can see going into movies and stuff like that. Even though Cody should have never dyed his hair, that's a whole different story on that whole scenario. Longer down the road, he wanted to play a Flash character and got to be the hair color, whatever. But hey,
but this. I feel like this whole story with Cody going after the championship took a major turn Monday night on Monday Night Raw with Paul Heyman. Obviously he's about to face Roman. It's no separate titles. He really ain't got to go out and choose. So it's Roman Reigns though. But the promo going back and forth and how Paul Heyman was telling him how he prepped everyone. He prepped Bailey, Becky, Seth, Roman, all these guys. He didn't prep you to win it though. He didn't want you to follow in his footsteps. And just how you saying he wanted, Roman. Everything he was saying, I think, just took a different turn now to see where it definitely can goes for Cody Rhodes' journey, winning the big one though.
I don't disagree with that. All y'all are mic muted.
Warren Marlowe, he's muted.
I know. I was typing something and Belle was screaming in the background. I didn't want y'all to hear all that.
Clark Street like, Wrestling. What's
going
look
on? Out for y'all boys. What's up, Clark Street?
And
yeah, awkward.
What's up, Clark Street? How's it going?
Hey man, but I love this transition, like how we were talking about with Cody and stuff like that. Think of it like in the NBA right now. What's the biggest debate we've always had? Who's better, LeBron James or Michael Jordan, and something like that? It's like these type of scenarios. You have those moments where you could question if that scenario can be the next. Like we've been wondering for so long, who could be those two dance partner guys that can make WWE kind of elevate up compared from the Rock and Austin thing. And I think we got it now. I feel like we have it with Cody and Roman. Roman has somebody that not only can be a smash house powerhouse or whatever style wrestler you want. Cody has went from the absolute bottom to come back up to where he is. Like we talk about, what's he done to be in this championship picture? Guys, he reinvented his character. He brought you a different wrestling promotion into a business to make it to where wrestlers can make a living in this company now. He has brought a spotlight to the independents now. Like, why don't we give him his flowers? Why don't we give him that shot? Be like, you know what,
think about it, Warren.
You get on yourself and become a new guy.
AEW.
Literally.
Before there was a forbidden door, he was the one that built it.
He's the one that started the wood for it to be processed to get the handle on. and that's my opinion on it.
Absolutely.
But it's insane to say, like, when I keep hearing podcasts, and I get it, like, we have a lot of just regular WWE fans that watch wrestling and they don't really know the trials that Cody has went through. Like, I've said it from day one, guys. When I met Cody was at a wrestling promotion that literally had no more than 10 people in the building. And guess what he gave you? He didn't give you a typical WWE superstar or a former big heavyweight champion guy and go, hey, I'm just going to squash the guy and leave. No, he gave you a performance that you saw on AEW, that you saw against Seth Rollins at a WrestleMania, because he cared about what he brought to the fans. This is the first time ever you are seeing a guy not only as a character, but
I think so, Clark Street.
the next milestone guy to go for something.
Hey, that's how I feel though. I just don't. That's how I was feeling with this whole Cody Rhodes, road to WrestleMania. For some reason, I don't know. I mean, but you guys like
the
Eric,
same transition as Daniel Bryant, if anybody wants to be sure. Like, Daniel Bryant came from the Indies and proved that he could make it into the WWE. This is the time for Cody. Cody was a spoiled guy that everybody would quote. Cody started from the top brand to literally go, hey, I'm going to go back here. His mom even said this was the worst mistake you're going to do. You will never get to come back here again if you go down. And he's proven everybody wrong. As long as that journey is taken, that's where the story has gotten to be, hey, you earned that run. Hey, you earned it. Finish the story. That is what WrestleMania 20 – this is what WrestleMania Hollywood should be. The story climatic ending of Cody Rhodes finally main event.
Okay, question though. So you guys don't see Cody. You guys don't see it. You guys don't see Cody Rhodes not losing at WrestleMania.
No. If they lose, it's logical.
I won't. I'll be mad as hell.
I'm putting it on Cody.
Wow.
If they make him lose, if they don't have him go over, you better have a damn good reason for it, because the fans will flip their shit. Well, they will turn and go, same typical bullshit.
I will be mad as like Tony Khan mad as I usually get.
This is one of the few times where Tony Khan would have looked at this and went, "Okay, Cody, it has to be you."
Cody, give me a hug. Give me a hug, Cody.
See, it has to be Cody. There's no other alternative. If you don't,
Sammy would be a temporary thing. Sammy would not be a full longevity thing. This is like a Kofi Kingston type thing.
Yeah, but I don't see. I know it is kind of like a Kofi Kingston type thing, a Daniel Bryan. That's what I was kind of like saying.
Not Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan fans still were behind from day one and never died off. Kofi Kingston's was that one where it was impactful, amazing, but where did it go after that? That's where that will go if they go with Sam.
But I'm talking about like the road to WrestleMania. Like the fans were behind Kofi, the fans were behind Daniel Bryan, and the fans are behind Sami Zayn right now. So it's just like for a moment. I don't see Sami beating Roman Reigns though. I don't see that happening at all. I just want to see what happens with the fan reaction with Sami Zayn after that, going up into WrestleMania, and how they place him and book him. But for a moment, I really don't. I'm kind of like 75-25 on this. I see Roman Reigns retaining the title, and I see Cody losing. Even though I know there is a big story, they bigging him up. He's the next big superstar.
I think there's another way they could pull it off.
I just don't know. But you still got Money in the Bank. You still got
other places where you can.
What if Cody does what Austin did at WrestleMania 17 and Paul Heyman turns on Roman?
That would mean you don't want to necessarily turn Cody.
Did y'all see my post when I said thoughts and it showed Cody with Paul Heyman at the side? People lost their minds when I put that. It could happen.
It might, but I'll tell you this. Here's how I see this playing out, okay?
Man, Clark Street, I love y'all,
but off all the fans.
Don't be saying that.
You could have Paul turn on Roman. I'm all for that. I could go. I'm down with that. At Chamber, let's go back a bit. Remember the McMahon Helmsley bullshit in 2000 when Stephanie and Hunter were running Raw? Remember when Jericho got his first shot at Triple H? What happened with Earl Hebner? 1, 2, 3, and Jericho became champion?
Yeah.
What if you did that with Sami? It would throw everybody off, but Sami would have to lose it on Raw to keep
It'd
the
be Charles
story
Robinson.
intact.
Charles Robinson.
Yeah,
he's
that's
gonna-
really the
Charles
only really
Robinson
big
this
known
time.
referee
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. You could literally do that, and I don't think one person would necessarily
And reverse it, like how they did with Jericho. And it was on a
They
Raw,
could.
though.
You
was
could
on a
do
Raw.
It was a Monday Night Raw, but you could use that. I mean, look
Yeah.
what they did last night with JCJ and Gigi Godalin and the whole. I have flashbacks with I don't know, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty on the barbershop. That's
Oh, you
exactly
knew
the
Sean
element
put in
that I
that one. You
remember.
know Sean put that one together.
Oh,
You know he did.
absolutely. And
It was well timing too.
and I'm looking at 2 giggity women, so sorry. Hello, ladies. Where's Val Venus when you need them?
Wow.
No, he did not just say
Pimpin'
words,
ain't
bro.
easy. The Godfather
Oh,
would
man.
be like, these 2 women are gonna take a ride on the whole train.
No, he did.
But at this point, Cody has to be the one. Sami can't, logically speaking, you can't do it. There's no logic to it. It'd be one thing if you get
It'd
the
make more
fast
sense
count
for
on
Kevin
Roman.
Owens to win the title before Sami, in my opinion. That's
Cody
honestly my opinion.
I think Cody wins. Sami, I'm not knocking Sami at all. This has been the best work I've seen out of him.
Sami made himself in the Hall of Fame from this performance, period.
Oh, bigger than that. If they were going to give any guy that came in from ROH, went through hell in NXT, up to and including winning the championship, then the shit with KO, come to the main roster, gets hurt, comes back, and goes on a wave of momentum, starting with the conspiracy theory shit. And
Yeah, that worked. I liked that gimmick. I liked it.
I liked it.
That shit.
I was waiting for the
That
documentary.
shit pissed me off. But it was the
I was
minute
waiting for it.
Roman the minute it entered into
Hashtag
Roman's
we still
world,
want it.
the minute it got into Roman's vision, I went, if they play this off the way I anticipate, here you go. And I was right.
I remember when they first revealed the bloodline and Sami got in it. Boy, I ain't never seen Dre so damn hot. Shiz, him and him were back and forth. What
I
the
was
fuck is
dying
Sami doing in
laughter
this
with that
thing?
shit.
Like, what is he doing?
I died laughing. I almost wet myself. And
I kept
was
telling him, I
like,
was like, bro, it's going to be a comedy standpoint. It's going to be something to focus on. And Dre's like,
hell,
I don't
he
know if they're
said
going to get out of this
Usi.
one.
I didn't even think it
Sami
would be
got
this.
Usi over. Roman rolled with it. Go to
I didn't
that
even-
promo. You do not see Solo Sikoa on TV. He broke. He was probably dying and laughing his ass off. That's how funny that was.
This
When
old
you
Sami
have
Zayn stuff.
DJ going like this, and you got Heyman. You popped Heyman, and that is not easy to do
Bro,
on
the
live
selling that he
TV.
has right now. Heyman's got a damn
Yeah.
award for his acting too. My gosh,
I
my
didn't-
tribal
I didn't-
chief.
Heyman's got a legacy.
I didn't see this
They're gonna
going
give
this far.
Anybody their own wing.
Isn't that crazy how we're still talking about this story that's been a year already?
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't remember
Well
the
over a
last
year, actually.
I don't remember the last storyline that has been, kept up more so weekly after week and week for a long time over the span of this past 9 or 10 months. They've been telling the story.
Austin
You
McMahon.
know,
Austin
yeah,
McMahon for a good
yes.
2-3 years.
This
Yeah,
one might
since
beat that. I think this one beats
Huh?
it. I think it beats Austin McMahon.
It's right on par, in my opinion. You need the one moment where somebody.
You gotta have the ending, and I know what you mean by that.
That's
That's
what
where
I'm
it'd be
saying.
the
You had the
differential
ending.
right there.
You had the ending at Mania 17, which backfired, in my opinion. Turning Austin
was
heel
Austin's
was a
call, though.
mistake. Austin should have.
I cried, man.
See, but the thing about this storyline right here with the bloodline, I think this could have without Jay Uso doing what he did, I think this storyline could have really wrapped it up. They could wrap it up at WrestleMania though. Either way they can. But I think with the layer of Jey Uso, and we talked about it over and over, with him walking out, I think they add the extra layer up to just what's next and what they're gonna do. On SmackDown, they're supposed to defend the tag team titles. I got Jey Uso not even showing up though. So
Solo's gonna
and
I agree.
how
because they've been showing the house shows lately that Solo's been defending with Jimmy.
Yeah. I feel like he's not going to show up, and they're probably going to wait till Elimination Chamber, which is a week next Saturday, and that's when we're going to see
It's already
Jay. I know Jay and Kevin Owens is probably going to. I don't know where this is going to go though, because we don't, even though we know he walked out and we know he's not showing up, but we could come to conclusions of why he's not showing up. But I think when he,
that's the
says what
story.
he,
That's the best part I love about it.
That's the story.
You could have 90 different dirt sheet clickbaits, and it's still you're questioning what's going to happen on TV. I feel like this is like that old style wrestling that we're getting to watch again, and we're entertained because we cannot predict it. Even if we predict it, it's still shocking. The trial of Sami Zayn. We forgot about The Rock even being at Mania now, just because of that scene, because we were all, me and Dre, I guarantee you, we were ready to see The Rock come back. But now it makes sense for WrestleMania in Philly. That was the first time he won the title and stuff like that.
No. That was the first time he
lost.
First
Austin and Rock match.
Yeah.
First
Rock
title at Survivor Series 99. No, 98. Rock lost it to Austin.
Mania, I told you he's our wrestling thesaurus right here. That's his nickname, Thesaurus Joker over here.
In all seriousness, Clark Street's got a point. I'm going to tell you straight up. I'm going to tell you right now. I sense one swerve in all of this, and it's one of two people.
I feel like everyone's going to get a positive impact out of the whole story, even when it ends. Everyone's going to
screws Roman or Heyman screws Roman. One of the two.
I still think Heyman's going to be that guy because Heyman's with Roman every single night, every single time. Heyman is Roman's guy.
And nobody would see it coming.
It's like Rio.
No, I think people really would see it. It got to be someone from my perspective, though. I think it got to be someone else, though. We seen where Paul Heyman turned on Roman Reigns,
but
and
it's
went back
3
with Brock
years
Lesnar.
now. It was 3 years now, and that was all a shtick.
It's
been 3 years already since he turned.
Yeah, I know it's been that long though, but
that was last year.
I would see it. Roman's been a heel.
I would see it being Paul Heyman. I would see it being Jey Uso. I just wouldn't see it being Jimmy or maybe Solo though.
It could be his time to come out.
Because won't be the one of them.
Jimmy just fell in line when he came back in. So Jimmy and now he sort of got this, badass attitude now, that his brother just, that whole, swip. And obviously Solo is just, he's Solo. He just don't be doing. So them two right now is kind of like hard for me to see what goes on. But
there's also an issue too we got to think about with the Usos. The DUIs, they might not even be able to get to Elimination Chamber.
Yeah,
we'll see.
But for Jay,
I doubt it. I really think them boys are gonna be floating right in.
Like I was saying, for Jay, it's much easier because Jay, he had to go through hell to kind of like fall in line, and I hate you, Roman, and stuff like that and stuff. So
please run that back.
He even said it on Instagram.
And if Roman doesn't win the title, what if Roman blames Jay why he lost the titles? Why the bloodline is destroyed because of Jey Uso? I would not be mad about this. This is the perfect run it back moment, and then they could do it exactly how they were supposed to do not even that year ago, because if Jimmy didn't get that DUI, this was going to be a long stint feud that they were going to have finished out. I think it was at SummerSlam, right? Was it at SummerSlam? It was a big pay-per-view that they were going to finish that thing out.
Ironically, it was SummerSlam.
It was. Okay. We've been talking about the bloodline, storyline, and also Cody Rhodes for a moment. We're gonna move on to another topic. On Monday Night Raw this past Monday, we finally got the cage match we've been wanting since Raw 30 between Becky and Bayley, though. But at the end of the match, Pretty surprising to me though, and actually I want to see what this goes though. But we seen the Hall of Famer Lita shows up though. You guys
Can
have
we
any
just say
thoughts
Bailey
on?
got ass?
I think we know that.
Oh my
I think we
god.
know that. But
Well, go
Lita
watch
showing
that
up.
meme from Wheel of Fortune. You'll get it.
Somebody get this boy a mouthpiece.
I'm gonna get you something. You wait.
Uh,
Mouthpiece
do you
my
think
ass.
this? Do you think this is going to lead to the Bailey versus Lita match? Maybe sometime, possibly.
Maybe.
Well, it's gonna be
I
fun.
don't know. You have to
That's
do it
the
right. You got to make it logical. I think this could have been a one-off, but if Bailey wants it and Lita both want it, the fans want it, book the match.
We didn't get Rock. We getting Lita and Bailey.
Hey, I'll stare at two hotties all day. I don't know about y'all.
I was talking about this. I was talking about this last year when Lita came back and she took on Becky at Elimination Chamber in Saudi Arabia, and which was an okay match. It was kind of like a filler match for Becky. For Becky's little stint going into WrestleMania and stuff, and also using Lita. But I was a big fan of them really having Lita versus Bailey. They told the story multiple times how Lita and Bailey. I believe it's Bailey, right? Yeah, Lita and Bailey have this long story. They even showed it in the early beginning of Bailey career, her meeting Lita and stuff like that. So this is right there. Like you don't really have to do so much. Like so I'm interested to see where it goes from here. She came back and saved, Bailey, from damage control on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where it goes though.
Like I said, if both women are ready, if the fans are behind it and it's logical, book the match. It has to make sense. Don't just have it as a filler because you did that damage for the better part of 15 plus years. In the last 7 or 8, the women have been building it to a better division where it's respected. I mean, yes, you're hitting some bumps in the road. That's expected. But you know what? At this moment, you have a 180 from where you were 18 months ago in terms of story. And you're getting fans' attention again. You better not use this as a filler because that's a waste of time. I mean, you're supposed to have Trish next week on Raw. So if you're going to do something, you better put it right.
Y'all can talk about Lita all y'all want. Trish?
I'm with you. And that's so funny too.
Her Instagram? I'm done.
Your favorite wrestler is my favorite wrestler, and I'm pretty sure Trish is your favorite.
Trish is what made me hit puberty. Okay.
Me too.
So what happened?
Me too.
Trish, Kimberly, and Kelly Kapowski. Those are the three.
It was Trish and Stacy Keibler for me.
Oh boy.
Hang on. Tori Wilson, Lita, Trish. Period.
I love Stacy, but Stacy was messing with George Clooney. That's it for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch Stacy with a 10-foot while you there.
Yeah.
But that's beside the point.
I agree with you on that. Yes, her song with Kid Rock in them. Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, the first time I saw Trish, I was a teenager. I went,
"F that." How Trish looks now?
MILF alert.
That's not even normal. How she looks compared to what she does now compared to what she was. Like she doesn't show any pictures of her husband or anything. I'm literally like, that is the luckiest man on this planet.
Her husband is one.
You've never seen his face, but he is probably the luckiest man on this planet.
Oh,
you got him and 3 kids.
Hey, let me tell you something. With 3 kids, MILF alert.
Oh my gosh, bro.
I'm telling you.
The stratosphere, yoga, whatever. Keep doing it, girl. Keep
it up. But I'm telling you, you better book it right if you're going to do Lita and Bailey. Because now,
Lita's going to have control of the booking on that one.
I don't necessarily think Bailey needs it. She's done well. I think Dakota or Dio could have it.
Bailey needs it because Bailey needs some type of storyline right now.
Yeah, Charlotte had these huge Charlotte had huge matches at Mania, and Becky had too. Also,
I
Sasha.
know, but
See, that's the only downfall about being
this
the
could be
heel,
Billy.
though, for that type of stardom is you're known to put people over. We're sitting there thinking, "Oh, this is a Barry," but this is their job. There's just to put up newer talent and
why
stuff.
are you putting over a legend? They've got nothing left to prove.
No, they're not going to. I don't think Lita's going to win. Unless it's Lita's last match, maybe.
That's different. I mean, look at what they did with Trish's.
I'm sure Bayley is not going to have a problem with that. That's going to be like what KO with Stone Cold. They are not going to have a problem with that. Farewell.
Stone Cold ain't coming back losing, but I don't think Bayley is losing though. I mean, she lost against.
It might help her if she beat.
It might help her. It might turn her babyface a little. I don't know, but I think somebody like an EO.
We know Eric likes the hugger gimmick.
Oh God, Christ, no! Bring back the music. Leave the look.
The Bailey Buddies.
No, we do not want the wacky, wavy, inflatable tube men. Okay, no.
I remember when I was at WrestleMania 33, them things got caught on fire.
The jokes that got cracked on those. No.
Uh-oh. We're trying to get a Hot Wheels promotion out here. All right, Papa Willie.
Wacky, wavy, inflatable tube men, Bailey Buddies.
But yeah, man, I think it's good though. Lita looks good for her age.
Yeah,
her and Trish are in their upper 40s.
Trish is 20 years old. Forever 20.
Screw Forever 21. We're now knocking it down to before fully legal. You ass.
21, my bad.
What's wrong with you?
We got a AEW tonight. Anything you guys looking forward to?
We'll let the wrestling thesaurus go with that one. What you got going on for us today?
I'll put it to you like this:
Who's TK hugging today?
Takeshita's facing off with MJF. That's going to be a good one. You got that stupid Guevara thing with Ricky Starks. Take walk, in my opinion. I think as a whole, you're doing a lot better. No more. I think in the last several months, you've washed the stink off of Phil Brooks. You've done fine.
Bringing him back.
Hell no. Fuck that. The only way you'll pull that off is...
Hey, Tony.
The only way you'll pull that off is if you do with him what you did with Max.
It's going to be clobbering time.
The only problem is, if you do that, you have to turn Max babyface. And you all know that ain't fucking happening.
No, I don't see that
in your life. He will fight that and die on that sword.
Well, apparently the CM Punk, he'd fight that too.
Yeah, well, CM Punk did it and made a shitload of money.
Throw Larry at him.
What's the deal? What's the deal with Samoa Joe? Because he won the TNT title.
It's now Wardlow's
revenge. They're running on this, haven't they?
Wardlow's revenge, baby. Call a spade a spade. Plus Darby, I don't know if you guys know about this. Shout out to Darby Allin, one of my favorites. He had a commitment for a TV show, so he needed to take the time off. That's why he dropped the belt to Samoa Joe, because Wardlow sold for the last couple of weeks. Now he's back, and he wants a piece of Joe's ass. He wants to whoop him.
Get him.
I think that culminates Joe putting Wardlow over at Revolution, because now that you have everything with Ring of Honor going on, Joe's got to get focused with that. And that's a huge thing. You've got Honor Club. We could get a TV deal out of this. Y'all know who we lost on my birthday. Damn. But after what we saw with the tribute to Jay, I guarantee you this. I will not be surprised in one form or another if you see Mark show up tonight. Because now he's going to have to find a partner. Because it's either that or you hold up the belts and hold the tournament. I don't know what they're going to do. But I guarantee you
Another
this.
tournament. Oh, yay. AEW Pro 101.
What are you going to have them do? Warren, what else are you going to have them do?
A gauntlet.
Jay's
There's
dead.
so many different things.
How you
Why a
figure? What are you
tournament?
going to do? Strip them of the damn belt?
No, I'm just saying there's so many different things you could have to dictate a champion. Why a tournament? You could do a battle royal. You could do any type of thing to get these daggum scenes in. Like,
but you got to do it in a way that's going to make it right. And right now, without Jay, the only other thing I could see them doing, and this is a possibility, what is the one thing Mark has never held that Jay held twice?
yeah, make him a singles competitor.
I'm referring to what championship? But yes, have Mark do what Jay did twice. World champion. Jay did it well. I'm going to say this for what it is. I think to some degree, Mark's going to feel lost for a while because Jay was the mouthpiece. But through all of this, Mark is about to step into something. We know he's capable of it. We've seen him do some singles in ROH. But I'm telling you,
He's not used to.
He's not used to it. His body of work speaks for itself. But I'm telling you now, in my opinion, something will happen. Cowley, what's happening, brother? I'm telling you now. Something has to give for Mark. Has to. I don't see him walking away from this. Not on your life.
No.
Even without Jay, he will not walk away from pro wrestling. Not a chance.
Well, I thought I did the same, and here I am. It's a bad bug, man. You got to swipe that sucker. Never go again.
This court's adjourned.
Hey, we're going to definitely see.
It has to happen that way. There's no alternative. For Mark, it's now go time. It still feels weird to me. I was just watching the last final battle, the most recent one, and I can tell you, if you would have told me that a month later we would have lost Jay, I would have said, no effing way. Not gonna happen. Not on your life. Never would have thought it. Also, shout out to his two daughters. I know one is home recovering, one's still there, rehabbing and everything. So at least they're getting there. One day at a time, baby. One day at a time.
Yeah, one day at a time. One day at a time. But the road to WrestleMania, from AEW, looking forward to Dynamite tonight. The roads to WrestleMania.
There it is. We can make a logo.
You mean Revolution?
Exactly.
What the hell?
Anything else besides the whole bloodline storyline saga that you guys are interested or maybe looking forward to in this road to WrestleMania? Me personally, though, I'm hearing that Austin Theory possibly maybe taking on John Cena. I think that would be an interesting one because I know Austin Theory is definitely going over. I don't see John Cena. I mean, he can come in and win, but I don't see him coming in.
I don't care.
Austin Theory is your buddy, huh?
No, I'm just saying, like, that is his dream match, man. Like, when we first met him, he told you, we all had these guys that were talking about Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, Ricky Morton. He came in here with the straightest face, looked you in your eyes and said his favorite was John Cena, that he wanted to be like John Cena, that he was going to do this to make it to the WWE. And we're all starting at the same side, at the same little small spot right here. And he's telling you, I'm going to do this to make it to the WWE. This man made it in 5 years. 5 years. Got it. His first time signing with WWE, got in the very first WrestleMania that no fans were in the building. Send a picture of him next to John Cena. He just said, I have made it. Now,
I agree.
Not even a Money in the Bank winner, not even the United States Championship winner, and has been backing everything that he's been doing since then. He's deserved this. And I feel like this is the perfect passing the torch moment for John Cena to finish with Austin Theory. I feel like that would be an awesome transition. It's better than a Baron Corbin beating Kurt Angle moment.
Can't polish a turd.
I will tell you that. But I feel like this is going to be an awesome – just what match card they got for WrestleMania right now, I think is going to be really good just for every match that they've planned.
I mean, and we don't even know what it's going to be yet.
That's the thing. Like, really headline matches right now, we only, 2 or 3? And this building is sold out.
Maybe.
WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 2, and you've already sold these buildings out. WrestleMania has not been back since John Cena and Batista were first crowned as your headline champions and did a great job on both ends, in my opinion. My mom was a big Batista fan. I'm a big John Cena fan. Big John Cena fan. As my daughter wants to say, let's have a lunch. But it's a really cool feeling, and it's hard to believe, like, all those vignettes that we all grew up. Like, I'm pretty sure we were all little kids when WrestleMania was in Hollywood last time. And what about that? With that swerve, and we got to see Piper's Pit, and Stone Cold Steve Austin got to be the guest, and he did that Gladiator skit, which was perfect.
I had just turned 22.
Hey, yo,
look out!
I remember that WrestleMania 21, and I feel like they're going to kind of like have a little theme
for first Money in the Bank.
But you got to realize a lot of breakout stars from that WrestleMania. You mentioned Batista. Edge won the first Money in the Bank ladder match. As far as women, I mean, she didn't have a huge mark, but she took on Trish Stratus, Christy Hemme, and different. I know, right?
I forgot all about that.
There's so many different moments, and I think they can do that with Rhea Ripley, taking over, and Cody and so many others.
She was hot.
Better running team.
Not a wrestler.
Not wrestler at all.
Dana Brooke had a better chance than that one.
She knew how to talk. She knew how to use her mouth.
Wow.
She could cut a promo.
But like what we just said, Dre, like there were so many headline guys that got an opportunity at WrestleMania 21. And they revolutionized it felt like a decade. Eddie Guerrero got to shine out and go against Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania.
That's another thing. Rey Mysterio,
Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. That was an end of an era type match.
And just look at it from the last time they were there, and now from the time they're going to be there in April, with more than likely we're probably going to get Rey Mysterio versus his son Dominic.
Gosh, I
think the whole transition from Rey to Eddie from all these years coming back to LA for Rey to his son Dominic, that's a story within itself. Like, come on.
I'm not a big NASCAR fan, and I love the little vignette that they did with the car thing.
Oh, yeah, that was nice. I loved it.
I'm not a NASCAR fan, but I loved how they presented that in and made it make sense to the story.
They're making a left turn.
You'll get all my family on here just chewing you out. They try to tell me all the time, NASCAR is a legit sport. You have to be in great shape to drive. I said, yeah, I can be halfway buzzed and still drive a damn car around. I wonder what's
going to happen. Come back in half an hour. You ain't now.
Turn the TV off. They might finish that lap eventually. But we don't want to get no NASCAR haters out here. But I love how they've been doing like the whole story, just everything, man. Just wrestling itself has been so freaking talked about. Like the bloodline, like God, we could go 50 hours talking about just the bloodline. I mean, who would have thought we would have a conversation like we are talking about Roman Reigns? This is the guy that was chewed down our throat, that was booed winning his very first Royal Rumble, that The Rock helped him in. And now he has been a main eventing your WrestleManias for the last 3 or 4 years now. And it's just so crazy to see a transition of this character and just everything that's going in. Like, we're now getting to the era that Roman Reigns is about to have to drop down. He's not going to be that main eventer for a while. And
I can see Roman leaving. You know, while the pudding is still good, I can see him rolling out. I can see him walking out, probably doing some
just
movies,
like how he did.
You know.
I'm still here, smart ass.
I hear Cena around here.
Before we actually move on and continue talking about that, prayers go out to WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler. Suffered a stroke, man.
Hang the boot
definitely.
Hang the
still
boot
wrestling?
Hang the boot up, Jerry. Yes, he's still wrestling.
Oh wow, I didn't. You know,
there's a saying he likes to say, man. He's gonna keep taking bookings until they don't book him anymore. But this has got to be a reality check for him. Like, I get it didn't happen in the ring, but for his brain to possibly shut down for a little bit, it's got to take an effect. I've had issues like that, and I was my biggest worry when I had my head injuries was I felt like I was not fully here at times, and luckily I stopped before all that. But those things, it's time to hang it up. You can be the commentator and stuff like that, but indie shows, go there and do meet and greets, whatever, don't get in the ring. And prayers do go out to him for that, because he is taking a heck of an effort right now with it, but he's kicking and going right now, so you can't stop the king.
No, you can't stop the king, man. But you know, at a certain point,
what about the other king last night? He took a big crown last night.
Who you talking about again?
Talking about LeBron, man. LeBron.
Oh, yes, LeBron, man. We on sports now. Yes, LeBron James. That was a big, huge moment, though. Me personally, and I was looking at it, I was like, damn, they're gonna stop the whole game to do this, though. Yeah, the whole game. We couldn't wait till we finished this last 13 minutes, though.
Where all these random people just start popping on TV for?
Exactly, though. It was only like 30 seconds left in the quarter, too. So in the third quarter, we couldn't wait till we finished.
Kobe, when he hit 81 on his last game, they still continued out. Kobe said, keep playing. Let's finish this.
Exactly. And then they had the nerve to lose, though. Like, come on, man. Come on.
I'm going to say this about LeBron. Hang on. I got one thing to say about LeBron.
I said, y'all better win.
Hang on. I got one thing to say about crybaby LeBron. Bitch, you ain't shit. Kobe Bryant was better than you. Michael Jordan was better than your ass.
Just
and that's the bottom line.
So.
Okay? Kobe Bryant
don't
was
be
way
this
better
guy
than
today.
Kobe. That LeBron had nothing on Kobe. Far none.
I don't know. I mean, different generations, man.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's different generations.
Yeah, you know.
I can't even have this argument.
I don't have no favorite dog in the fight, man. Like Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan, LeBron. Hey, really don't.
Michael's gonna be the first one to ever play with his son. I mean, LeBron's gonna be the first one to ever do that. So that's the only thing I can say with that part. But for them to stop the game and, like how Dre just said, and lost the game.
He all crying and stuff and giving all speeches and stuff.
LeBron's not worried about winning games anymore. I feel like he's just there to make records. And I mean,
really
credit out to him because he's still at a top level of his game. I do got to acknowledge that. Like, he is still putting numbers on there that people his age shouldn't be putting numbers on. But it's a different game. I mean, it's cool to see this achievement for LeBron. I mean, LeBron thing, and I had a reality check with this last night. Like, I looked at it was LeBron came in the NBA in high school, out of high school. He could have been one of these high school phenoms that would literally have choked after 4 years. Could have got hurt, and that would have been his career. LeBron has still been one of the top guys in the league
like
since
Manuel
then.
In the NFL.
So, I mean, that's something that you got to give this man his credit for. Like, I can't diss LeBron because my son is a diehard LeBron James fan. The only reason why is because of damn Space Jam, but we're not going into this. It's just my son loves Space Jam, and LeBron James is now his Michael Jordan. And I have to wear 2 LeBron shirts now because my son. But because I love my boy. But literally, it's something cool to see LeBron, and not even that, man. You see Kareem come out and present LeBron the award. Now, a lot of things that LeBron does offside of the court, I don't totally agree with, but LeBron has built a huge foundation. Like, he's with the same wife he started the business with. He's building communities for kids and stuff like that. He's been a very positive influence on so many different things. I'm happy for him.
What I was going to ask you, yeah, I'm happy for LeBron. Did you enjoy the flag football though? From the Pro Bowl?
Oh my God. All right. So I had to take myself off of a couple of Facebook groups that I usually am in there with flag football guys. My biggest thing is I feel like they made it as a joke. They made it kind of like as a joke, but also you got to think, man, these NFL players, they've never played that game of flag football. And I feel like they should have had some actual flag football players presented in it to teach them the way of it, because obviously you saw how the referees and stuff were in the game. They kind of did not know the rules on it. And obviously me being a rusher, anybody that plays flag football, you know that's a very critical role on defense. You didn't see a lot of rushing the quarterback in the game. And I started noticing, I was like, yeah, they don't know the format. They don't know how to play it. But it kind of brought an acknowledgement that flag football is going to be the next future of sports, in my opinion, because it is now officially an Olympic sport. We have put so much effort in putting this thing on presentation. Like, flag football used to only really be popular in Jacksonville. No lie. Y'all can look this up. Flag football was only popular in Mexico and only in Florida. Florida was the number one household to play flag football. And for it to go not only to Las Vegas.
Flag football?
Huh?
How the hell did we get on the topic of flag football?
Talk about NFL. I'm happy about it because, that's what I got into after I left wrestling.
Warren mentioned LeBron, and I just rode with the sports. And next
that's what I was just curious about. Like, wait a minute. We went from LeBron to flag football. Did I miss something here?
In reality, flag football is more contact than what the NBA is.
This is true.
But I was glad it got an acknowledgement, it got a public eye on it. I just felt like they should have had more people that knew how to play. I know a lot of flag football players were a little bitter about how it was presented because we've been playing this game for so long and we watch it on TV. We're excited because we're thinking this is going to be the next public eye that we see things, and maybe flag football can be a TV sport and stuff like that. And I don't feel like we got that.
Oh, you mean like the XFL?
Hey, that's going to be a good brand, bro. You keep laughing. That's going to be a good sellout this season.
We're going to – I hope so because I hope that The Rock can do it.
Why are you being a negative Nancy today? What's up with this?
I think so. I think it's.
Why'd you get speechless after I acknowledged this?
I think the XFL is going to do good.
And then the pandemic screwed him. I just hope Rock can pick up that momentum and get it back.
Dre, do we need to introduce who is running that?
I think The Rock will pick up that momentum, and I think the momentum will actually pick itself up because it was doing really well
as well.
It was doing really well in 2020. Obviously, the pandemic and fans and whatnot, but it was doing great. The only thing is, I don't think they're gonna have no games on Fox. Some of the games are gonna come on FX, still ABC.
It's on FX.
ESPN. Yeah, some of the games are gonna come on FX.
Okay.
I thought that was strange, but
hey, you gotta get it back in acknowledgement. Gotta start somewhere.
I think it's going to do good. You guys ever any favorite picks for this Sunday Super Bowl?
I like Minshew, so I guess I'll go for the daggone Eagles.
Eric, you don't have no dog in the
I got no skin in the game, but the Chiefs, and that's from the heart.
Hey, you can't get on to me because y'all lost the one-legged Mahomes just like we did.
and that Mahomes is right from the heart.
Dre don't want to talk about football because his quarterback's leaving.
Yeah, the Ravens don't look too good, man.
Bro, you see how much he's asking for? You see how much he's asking for right now?
No, I didn't. I really didn't, though. I really didn't.
The franchise is worth, basically.
Look at it, man.
He was the guy for there for a
or
long time.
something
So
to
I
get
mean,
that.
He trying to go out and get some money though. I don't know.
don't blame
How
him.
much did he ask for?
bro, I said 2 salaries were
Franchise level.
way. I think it was a little bit higher than that. It was way more than what Tannehill's asking price was for Tennessee just recently.
So I'm not a
Yep.
big.
I think it was
I'm
like
not a
550 or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm
at
not a
least.
like. I'm not the huge analyst on football or sports,
Right.
but do you think he's worth that much?
I wouldn't even spend $100 on
Because
fantasy football money for that.
Because I don't even know how much
I
was it
wouldn't
that
spend a
he's
penny.
asking for.
DraftKings $5 for me. Maybe put $1 in.
Damn. Okay.
We love you, Lamar. You
All
gotta
right.
throw. You can't run all the time, bro.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. I got Philly to win this. They're a machine.
Half of Philly's gonna be destroyed by the end of the night.
I'm telling you right now, tonight, Philly is going to. The only way Philly loses is if they get too
Mahomes
cocky.
is healthy.
Mm,
If Mahomes is healthy, come on now. Don't even.
I'm gonna say
Eagles
this.
have not really played anybody this season. Don't even.
I'm gonna say this for what it is. This is my take.
Their conference is trash.
Let me finish. Here's my take on it. Philly has been playing all season like they got a death sentence. When you are a
like
team,
Georgia, that's
that
how
has-
they've been playing.
hang on. When you are a team that has never won one, and you got the kind of momentum that LA did last year, and you're playing with a death wish, I don't give a fuck who you are. That includes Burrow and Cincinnati.
I really thought Burrow was winning that one.
You will bear witness to a repeat of what you saw last year. Mahomes is stepping into something he is not going to know how to react, because that defensive line is going to shred every which way they can.
Even with Kelsey?
I think it's going to be
Even with Kelsey. Kelsey was triple team last game and still over 100 yards.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you get Mahomes uncomfortable real fast, you want to stop him, you blitz that son of a bitch. You get him out of the pocket.
Yeah,
That's where he fucks up.
That's more said than done. You saw how 2 teams right here, how we did blitz and Mahomes with one leg.
Yeah, but that's because you guys didn't have shit. You motherfuckers didn't have shit.
We should have won that game. I don't want to hear it. At least we're going to get blown out.
I got the Eagles winning. I got the Eagles
I gotta
winning
go
this
with Philly.
Sunday.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Whatever the rest of
Fight,
it is.
Eagles, fight on the road to victory.
Put your tongue on the pole and you're going to get stuck.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, the Eagles all the way though.
Flying, leaping, we don't give a fuck.
Where's the Super Bowl at?
Huh?
Where's it at?
Glendale, Arizona.
It's in Arizona. It's at the Cardinals Stadium.
I thought it was at a SoFi Stadium.
That was last
It was
year.
there
This
last
year
year.
it's in
Oh,
Arizona.
okay. That should be a rule, man. If any football team up north plays, they have to play in domes. Like, how many people want to go out there, pay your hard-earned money, and freeze for the next 3 hours? I get it. Yeah, I'm a Florida fan. I'm a Florida guy, whatever, but I'm not paying money to sit in no snow outside for the next 3 hours and freeze my cush off the whole time.
We make buku money out of it, so don't knock
they
it,
do.
buddy.
But
Y'all
they
got
was
like
in
straight
Glendale.
igloos out in y'all's area. Like, my goodness.
What the hell you think we live in, Alaska? What the hell?
I saw your little TikTok video.
Oh, from Christmas time. Yeah, I know.
Y'all are having ice caves out there.
That was the worst storm ever.
Yeah, that looked really bad. That's where I'm like, yeah, I'm sticking in Florida.
Why do you think I want to get out?
My 30-degree weather.
Yo.
We love.
It's like 82 now. It's like y'all got what sweatshirts glued to y'all basically right now.
We're gonna hit the 50s this week.
Attaboy.
We're
What y'all got, Dre? What y'all's weather
we're
like?
still getting that Canada wind. Blech.
It's supposed to warm up for the next like 2 days, but other than that, it's been real cold here. Been
It didn't
cold
snow out there, did it?
in the 30s. Nah, it haven't snowed. It
No,
haven't
we
snowed
haven't
here.
seen any of that. We're gonna get rain. We're gonna be getting plenty of rain now. So
Everywhere else it snows besides here in DC.
Really?
I mean, it snowed, but it haven't snowed here this winter though.
Right. The last time it snowed
we should have
here,
sent you some of
I
that.
think it
shit
was
from us.
84. I wasn't even born, so I wouldn't know.
Pray you never experience it.
Mm-mm-mm. All right, man. The
Bitch.
weather is crazy.
In
You
03, it
guys-
snowed in Atlanta. One flake, and everybody's like, honey, run to the grocery store, grab the bread, get the milk,
That's-
get the eggs, get 50
That's
cartons.
us in hurricane season.
That's what
You think
everybody
I'm
do,
kidding?
man. It's,
My dad and I, that first year, we're out shoveling the driveway. Our neighbors thought we were all on crack. We had to go to the grocery store for some things. Cop pulls us over, says, there's a travel ban. He goes, I have to go to the grocery store. Shows him the ID. He looks at it and goes, you're free to go. See you later. We grew up in this. We knew what we were doing. I mean, come on. Pray you
But no,
never
man.
go through that in Florida,
Sports is
dude.
going to be pretty interesting this week. I'm looking forward to the new Ant-Man movie coming out.
Ooh, when's that supposed to show up?
I think it's next week.
Sweet.
And we always got Valentine's Day coming up too. Dre, what you got going on special for your lady?
hey, man, I can't tell can't gotta keep my mouth closed, man. Can't kiss and tell.
Smart
Can't kiss
man.
and tell, man.
Smart
Can't kiss
man.
and tell.
He's
But,
graduated.
but it's gonna be fun, man. It's definitely gonna be fun. Hope everybody out there enjoys Valentine's Day. My fiance called it's a national get some ass day. So who knows?
I'm not saying that. Look at Marley. Lost his shit.
Yes,
I
national
don't
get
have
some
one,
ass
so I
day.
ain't worrying about it.
Thank God I got headphones on because Bill goes, what are you doing? Nope. You gotta go.
Oh
We're
man,
out of
this
time.
was
We
a dope
gotta
one.
go.
This was great, man. We about to head on out of here.
Proud.
We're gonna go around with some final
Dre, I'm
thoughts, man.
speechless right now.
Hey, I am too, man. For real. We're gonna go around. I was about to start with Eric though, but we go born. Man, any final thoughts?
I
man, what you
almost
gotta
lost
say?
it. I couldn't help it. So if you want
Hey,
to
man.
go right ahead.
Well,
As
what
always,
you gotta
guys,
say?
thank y'all for commission. This is awesome. This was the very first time Dre's ever done it live on a Wednesday. As long as we've been doing this thing, man. Dre's done it on a Wednesday today. I totally forgot. I was like, dang. Oh, yeah, it's on Wednesday today, not Friday. But, guys, thank y'all for watching. These guys are my bros. We laugh, carry on, and everything, man. We want to thank everybody that has made commission what it is. We all came together one time just saying, hey, we're going to do a collab, and we wanted to make a purpose out of it, and it's crazy how much this has grown. Also, shout out to my boys, Blackheart and Cyber Yeti as well. They are always with us on the commission. But it's just a beautiful thing to what we have grown this thing to be, and especially Dre, man. I couldn't do it without you, man. And Eric, you've been a hell of an addition. We've been enjoying everything that's been going on for all of us. I still got you the nickname, the Wrestling Thesaurus. But guys, obviously tomorrow's episode for Buzzing with Marlowe is going to be a special one. I've got one live with Kevin Bryant, the author of NFL Spies. Yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. Tune into that one. It's going to be a great episode. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about that book. We're going to talk about all things, regarding what entails into what we call NFL Spies, how that's produced, everything like that. So tomorrow's episode 123 is going to be a special live episode at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and it will be airing on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, of course, and obviously on I totally forgot which one it was. Oh, iHeartRadio. But thank y'all, man. All love.
Hey man, no problem, no problem. Eric the Joker.
Folks, it's been fun since joining the commission talks. Shout out to Blackheart and Cyber Yeti. We love you, brother. Look at what we've created. Look where we're going. We going all the way to the top, baby.
Going to Disney World.
That's right. Taking over. If you know, you know. Anyway, tune in this Friday, 11:15 after Rampage. Last week of wrestling. Announcement will come for the Asylum's return. We're working on some things. We're going to have some info for you. But to answer Warren's question about Valentine's Day, I ain't doing shit. I ain't got nobody. I'm not worried about it. I'm just probably going to order some food, come home, and call it. I ain't worried about it. I did that long enough. I don't give a shit. Time with the loved ones, have a little hanky-panky. I don't give a shit. Go Eagles. Fuck the Chiefs. And if you're not down with that, well, you know the rest of the saying, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you Friday. I hand it over to the man who hosted today. Dre, the floor is yours, my friend.
Hey, man, I appreciate both of you guys, man. Eric the Joker, and definitely my guy, Warren Marlowe. This has been a hell of a show, dope show. I made some promises at the end of 2020, at the end of 2022. Let me get it right. This is what happens when we live, man. For real, you can't edit that. But yeah, I made some promises that I would be going, live more here in the new year 2023, and we live here on the 11:30 podcast, which I appreciate everyone who tuned in. Shout out to Clock Street Wrestling for stopping through in the live chat. Shout out to Blackheart, definitely my guy, and Cyber Yeti of the OTTR mob. Definitely the links will be down below, you guys. And make sure you subscribe to Everyone Podcast. Make sure you like and follow them on all social media platforms. This was definitely a great one. As far as myself, the 11:30 podcast show, the episode is out right now with Camaria Gibson, who's a producer, entrepreneur, and a Gen Z leader. You can definitely check that out. The trailer, or the trailer for the video would definitely be out sometime later on tonight or tomorrow. So this was a live episode of Talk Pro Wrestling. I see you guys next Friday when I'll be back at my regular time, man. But other than that, the next time I'm going live here on Commission Talks, I'll be live, man. So we're gonna keep the ball rolling. This was a dope one. Subscribe to everybody once again. The links are down below. Definitely follow the 11:30 podcast on all social media platforms. Thank everyone for tuning in. Definitely subscribe. For myself, Dre, aka Dreonwheels, Eric the Joker, my guy Warren Marlowe from Buzzing with Marlowe, man. And we out, man. Thank everyone for tuning in.
Deuce.